Okay, so today we're going to talk about the bones type. Okay, so based on shape, there are around seven type of bone. So first one is long bones. All right, so all the bone whose length is greater than the breadth comes under long bone. For example, you can see uh, humerus, then after radius ulna, metatarsal, metacarpal, and then after femur, and then after phalanges, and so on. Alright, then after there are short bones. So short bones are like cuboids. Alright, so short bones are uh, tarsals and carpals. So you can name some, for example, pisiform or navicular and so on. Alright, then after there is long, short, and flat bones. Flat bones are found in a skull. Alright, then after there are irregular bone. So irregular bones, you can see that sphenoid is an irregular bone. It doesn't have fixed shape and size. Alright, then after we do have pneumatic bone. Alright, so pneumatic bone means they are extremely light. For example, maxillary, it has sinuses. Then after there is uh, frontal, it also has sinuses. So all those bones which have sinuses to make it lightweight. There are pneumatic bone. Then after we do have uh, accessory bone. So sesamoid. Okay, so there are sesamoid bone. I'm sorry, sesamoid bone. Alright, so sesamoid bone means those which ossify in tendon. For example, patella. Then after pisiform bone. Alright, so these are sesamoid bone, and then after at last seventh type is supernumerary bone. Numerary bone. So they are generally not present, but they may be present. For example, you may have one more rib in the cervical region. So cervical ribs. You may have wormium bone in a skull. So it is not generally present, but if your skull has uh, delayed fuse due to hydrocephaly, you may have one extra bone. For example, lumbar rib may present. So these are not generally present, but may be present in some person. Alright, so these are supernumerary bone. So based on this, there are seven type of bone based on shape. Now, based on uh, macroscopic structure, we do have compact bone and spongy bone. Alright, so these are generally parts. The compact portion are present towards diaphysis, and the spongy is toward epiphysis of long bone. Alright, so spongy do have red color, and diaphysis are generally yellow in color. Now, um, okay, so based on development, all right. Okay, so if it is developed from the membranous part, so such bone are called membranous bone. So example is skull bone. Right, so those are developed from membranous part. Then after there is cartilaginous bone. So they are initially during development they are cartilaginous and later on they have to become bone. For example, long bones are example of it. For example, humerus. Now they are membranocartilaginous bone. Cartilaginous means partial portion is developed from membrane and partial portion is developed from cartilage. For example, clavicle is one of the famous example of it. Now, one more. This is one other type of the um, one type of classification. Another one is uh, somatic and visceral. So if the bone developed in viscera, that is visceral bone, and the bone developed in somats are somatic bone. So all the bones, almost all the bones are somatic in nature, but few are of visceral. For example, our bones of ears, and maybe some more. Then after, if we divide microscopically, based on make of the bone, we do divide into lamellar bone. Then after we do have woven bone, and then we do have a fibrous bone. All right, so this is based on microscopically. So lamellar means like this, woven means like this, and fibrous means such arrangement is present. All right, so these are different type of bones based on the microscopic structure. Now, if we divide the skeletal system bone, skeletal skeletally, where how it is present. So if it is present axially, that is called axial bone, and if it is present uh, sides of the bone, they are called appendicular bone. All right, so in axial, the skull and vertebra come. All right, and in appendicular, limbs do come, limbs bone does come. So I hope I could make clear the classification of bone in detail. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe this channel. Hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you.